Okay, you guys, this is going to be my part 2 to my teen pregnancy video. Um, sorry. Get comfortable. That's another thing about pregnancy. You can never be in, like, the same position for too long. It'll drive you crazy. And another thing I would recommend to girls that are, like, just starting off with their pregnancy, uh, keep your legs in a really comfortable position and try to keep them like don't like sit on your legs or or put pressure or cut off like blood flow to your legs and to your feet, because that's already a problem as it is. Like my feet are swollen right now. um, Not really bad, but a little bit. uh, and I do get leg cramps every now and then, so I will recommend doing that. Like, keep your legs comfortable and in a good position because it'll help you out a lot. It'll make you feel like a lot better. Because once your feet get swollen and your legs start cramping, it gets really just kind of painful and annoying. So yeah, that's just a recommendation. Another one: stretch mark oil, cream, and cocoa butter. Uh, Work wonders. I haven't really gotten stretch marks on my stomach, but I have had a few in other areas, so I do recommend that. But anyway, those are just little tips, I guess. Um, I was kind of in the middle of relationships, so I'll finish that up and then I'll answer questions that I've gotten. Um, Relationships. Yeah. Okay. So like I was saying, it's not guaranteed in a relationship, and the fathers that do stay and are good dads, that's great. Especially if they're young and they do it. I think that's absolutely amazing. I really do. I think the success stories that are out there are hope for girls that you know are going through it. Let's put it that way. And it brings me hope and it brings me happiness to see that it because once you find out you're pregnant and you decide to keep the baby and you make that decision, you make that leap, seeing success stories really just make you feel like all right, I guess. They bring your stress level down a little bit because you see that it is possible. And like when I first found out I was pregnant, I was oh my god, I was freaking out. I was worried, my family was worried, everybody was worried. And then, I talked to my friend Brooke because she was pregnant at the time and I didn't know who else to talk to. And you know, she hadn't had Carly yet. Like I was saying, she was pregnant, so she hadn't necessarily gone through that exact situation at the moment, but she was going through pregnancy and she'd already been through the point of um telling her parents, and she was well like into her pregnancy. I think she was about where I was when I found out. She was like where I am now when I found out. So yeah. Anyway, I really just needed her to talk to because I needed to ask her, like, I was so worried, and she kept telling me, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, and as much as you want to believe that, you feel like your whole world's falling apart, and you don't know if that's true, and it is. I will say to the I will this is not, and now this isn't the okay for you to go and get pregnant, because in the end it will all be okay, because in the end it is always okay, but I'm telling you, girls, please, for the love of God, go to college and enjoy it. Go through high school and enjoy it. There's nothing like I'm feeling, I'm getting college information and I'm so excited, like, just to be going. But there's a lot I won't get to do because I have a baby. And no, there's not, like, I don't have to give up my entire life, but you do give up a lot of important stuff, and a lot of fun things. And they're just not there for you anymore, and it's really sad to see those go. And yes, you do. It does counteract with the fact that you have a beautiful, loving child that loves you and cares about you, and that's to me, in my situation right now, my boy is worth it. He is worth all the sacrifices in the world. But if you have the opportunity to go the different way and do it, enjoy your senior year. Enjoy college. Graduate. Get a job. Meet a wonderful guy who loves and adores you, that can give you the world, and you guys can travel and do things and fall in love and get married and then have kids. Your life is perfect then. What did you miss? You didn't miss out on anything, and in the end you got everything that teen mothers got plus more. You don't need to have a kid at 16, 17, 18, even 19 in order to be happy. You haven't lived. Live a little, live a lot, and then have kids, because then you can give all that life you've lived to your child, and your child can learn to grow up and appreciate that and follow in a good example. And then you have all the time and all the energy to want to spend on a kid, because you don't have that at 16, 17, 18. You don't have all the time in the world. You have to work on getting your life together and set up the same way a normal person would with a baby. So it's twice as hard. But I'm telling you, your life can be so much easier if you wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a teen mom. If you are a teen mom, then yes, but I don't promote it. I don't suggest it, because it's not the life I would wish upon anybody. But it's not the life I would wish to take away from anyone, because being a mother, period, is a beautiful thing. Being a good mom, especially at the age of 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever, if you can do that, that's amazing. And I hope I can be that person. And just to see success like that is really great. Now, teen mothers, their life isn't completely horrible. They haven't missed out on everything. Things will happen later on in their lives, you know, that they get to experience, and they get to have. But it's hard. What I'm trying to say is, you can do it easier and gain so much more before you have a kid if you do it, the right way, versus working your butt off when you could be working hard and having fun. We work, 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 work. Y'all work and have fun. So, yeah, it's a lot different, but yeah, do it the right way. It's a lot work. It's a lot easier and a lot, less stress, which is a funny thing, I will say, is they talk about, oh my gosh, you cannot stress when you're pregnant. You cannot stress when you're pregnant. Yeah, sure, you picked the most stressful time in a woman's life to tell her it's not good to stress. So, I don't know. I just always thought that was funny, because everyone kept telling me, you can't stress, you can't stress, you can't stress. Well, your emotions are hot wired to go crazy. Like, you cry at everything, you get mad at everything, and it's just, how are you supposed to keep your stress level down when your emotions are like that, and when you have so much going on to be stressed about? So yeah, that's funny. It's impossible to tell a pregnant woman or a woman with a kid to not stress. It just doesn't happen. But I'm sorry, like, I'm just looking at my room, trying to, like, in my head, think of what I need to get done in here while I'm talking to you guys. So, yeah, sorry. If I keep looking over here and you're like, okay, she's not focused, because I'm not. I have, ADHD, so my attention span is really short. I have no patience, which is another thing my mother keeps trying to tell me about, is, my patience level. She finds it really funny how I'm going to be a mother and I have no patience. So, yeah, this should be interesting. Yeah, so that's another, that's just other things, like personal things that you have that you can't really have when you have a kid. Like, you can't be like that with a child. You have to be patient. You have to be understanding. If you're not one of those people, you have to learn to be one of those people. The child's not adjusting for you. You have to adjust for your child, which I don't have a problem doing. It's a learning experience for everybody, and you do learn as you go. And I will tell you this, for girls that are starting out. Um, I know how it feels to sit there and have all these questions and have like big questions, not just like, normal questions that anyone can answer. I mean, like questions like, how do I do this? When do I do this? How do I know when the baby's hungry? Just things you wonder about, like before the baby gets here and when the baby gets here. And you're like, oh my gosh, where do these girls know this stuff? Like, I was the same way. I was wondering, like, how do women know to do this stuff? Like, is there a manual? Is there a book they all read? Is it is it something that you get when you have the baby at the hospital? I'm like, where do you guys know all this stuff from? And it's from learning. I have learned that, honestly, all the information you get is research and, help and outside support, but it's a learning experience along the way. That's all it is. Um, that's why they say kids don't come with manuals, is because they truly don't. And no one knows, I don't care how old you are, exactly what to do with a baby. My mom was 42 when she had me, and she was like, I wasn't even ready at 42. So, don't freak out. It'll be okay. Everyone has the potential to do the best they can and to be the best they can in any circumstance. Pregnant, not pregnant, whatever your situation is, everyone has the potential and the opportunity to succeed. It's your choice and your responsibility to harness that potential and that opportunity and go at it full force. So if you know that and you want to succeed, harness that opportunity and that potential and go for it and do the best you can in any circumstance, in any situation, pregnant, not pregnant, happy, not happy, poor, rich, doesn't matter. No matter what's going on, do what you need to do to be successful and be a happy person. I do what I have to do for me and my son. I love my son. His father loves him. We're really good and supportive of each other, and we're happy together. So far, my life is falling into the right steps of where I need it to go at this point. But don't rush. Don't rush your life. Don't rush your youth. Don't rush your freedom. Enjoy being who you are at this moment in time, and look to become a better person in the moments to come, because that's what we're all here for. And I know I may not know a lot of you guys personally. I know some of my friends watch these, but even if I don't know you personally, I believe in everybody, and if anyone ever wants to talk or have a question or just wants to, whatever, don't be afraid to ask me or talk to me or whatever. Because I do understand, and I love helping people. Um, I want to be a psychologist, so that's why I'm kind of like that. But yeah. So that's what I'm going to school for, you guys. I'm going to get my RN and at an ADN program at Trident Tech, and then I'm going to switch over to a 4-year college and get my master's in psychology, become a clinical psychologist with a license in nursing, because I'm just cool like that. But yeah, that's what I want to do. So anyway, this entire thing was really long, but that's what I had to say about teen pregnancy. That's kind of how I feel. I mean, I know I probably left a lot of things out. I know I didn't really answer specific questions. I have to pull those up and read those again. But anyway, I will update you guys on my 24 weeks tomorrow after my doctor's appointment. And Facebook people that know me from Facebook, ultrasound pictures will be up. And so look out for all of that. Alright, bye YouTube.